Good morning, students. So today we are going to start a new chapter, which is wastewater story. As you can see, there are three words in this: waste water story. So this story is completely about the story of wastewater, from where it arises, what are the sources from we get it, and then what is the process of this wastewater until it reaches its final point. Do you know the final point of wastewater? Anybody knows where it goes?
In river.
In river. And do you know what are the processes that it follows? No. It's okay. So we'll start and get to know about the story from this chapter. So first, what is wastewater? Wastewater is contaminated water that we get after washing, bathing, mopping. These are some common examples from our homes, right? That after washing clothes, the water that is left, where do we pour it? In the drains, right? So it is not useful to us, so we pour it in the drains. Then after bathing, where does the water go? It also goes into the drains, right? And all that water that goes from our gardens also, that we pour water in the gardens, it also goes through drains, the extra water that the soil doesn't take, right? So all this water is called wastewater. It is contaminated. It is not so useful to us that we can drink it or we can save it. So tell me some other sources of wastewater. Only home is not the source of wastewater, na? So, what are the other sources of wastewater? Anybody can tell? Yes, you.
Bathing, cleaning utensils.
These are the home sources of wastewater, like domestic. Then other.
Industrial waste, factory
Yes.
waste.
Industry wastewater is one of the things. In industries, what kind of industries do we have? We have clothing industries. We have automobile industries. We have also paper factories also there. So everything requires water, right? For every process we need water. For every machine to work, we need water. So all this comes under wastewater. Then other than that, there are also other sources of water like we can say the wastewater released from hospitals, right? From hospitals where the chemicals are there, IV fluids are there, and even after a lot of patients just wash their mouth, their diseases also get mixed into the wastewater from the washrooms also of the hospitals, right? So that what wastewater, what does it have? It has diseases, it has bacteria. So it is something new. From the industries, what we got? Chemicals, dyes, right? And from hospitals, we are getting diseases. From home, we are getting chemicals like detergents, soaps. All these are combining into wastewater. Other than that, there are also agriculture sources of wastewater. Now you will say that, ma'am, we pour the water in the agriculture field and it is soaked by soil. No, beta. The soil can take only a limited amount of water, and the extra water, it also goes into the drains. In the drains, or maybe if it goes into the soil sometimes. Or what happens that farmers use pesticides and fertilizers, right, for the crop growth. So that also goes with the soil, and when the rainwater comes, it all goes into the drain. So all this consists of, and then it becomes sewage. You can see here, sewage. The sewage, what does it look like? It is brackish in color. There are some flowers in here, some plastics is there, and a lot of that foam is there. So can you distinguish which kind of water is this? Can you distinguish this is the water from my home, or this is the water from my the hospital, or this is the water from the agriculture field, or any factory? We cannot distinguish. It is all the water mixed up. So this water is harmful for us, right? We cannot use it for drinking, for bathing, for cloth washing. We cannot use it again. But can we pour it into the river? Can we pour into the river? What is the river? River water. River water is clean, right? Lake water is clean. Ponds water is clean. Better than, they doesn't have chemicals. They only have nutrients, right? So can we pour this chemical, very dirty water with all the diseases and chemicals? Can we pour it? No. We cannot. It is very harmful for the water bodies. What can happen? A lot of things can happen, like the animals of the animals of the water bodies, they can get killed, right? And the water that is released from industries, how is it? It is most of the time very hot. The hot water is released, so cooling should be there. Because if the temperature of the water bodies raises or decreases, then all the animals can die, right? So all these things happen. So all this water should be treated, but firstly we call all this mixture of water sewage. Sewage, it has solids, organic, inorganic impurities, nutrients, saprophytic and diseases also. Okay? Next. Where this is all what the sewage contains. You can read it. Now where does this all the wastewater go? So let's start the process. It goes through our drains. And where does these drains go away? You have all only seen the drains that are outside your houses or around the playground area, around the school area. But where does it go into the ground? So it's a big network of sewage. So sewage goes through this. You can see this green part here. This is your sewage water, and it's a big tunnel. It is actually not a tunnel. It is a network of pipes. These are big pipes from where this water is going, and this is called sewer. What is the other wastewater called? Sewage, and it goes out through the pipes, so it is called sewer. Okay. Now, what is sewerage? Sewerage. You can see here a lot of sewage pipes. When they meet, then it becomes like a house kind of area inside the underground our houses. So it looks like mini houses kind of area where all the pipes are meeting, and then it goes through a single pipe. It goes through a single pipe. A lot of pipes from different kind of homes. I can show you the picture. See here. A pipe from one house, a pipe from other house, a pipe from a playground. All these are combining, meeting together, and then going to some place. Where does it go? It goes to wastewater treatment plant. Wastewater treatment plant. Because if a water is dirty, it does need treatment. Like a patient, if a patient has a disease, where does it go? To treatment center. What do we call treatment center? Hospitals, right? So similarly, wastewater also goes to the treatment plant. So it is called a wastewater treatment plant. What does sewage water contains? It has 97% of water and other materials. Okay. So this combinedly is called sludge. So in next class, students will study about what is sludge and how sludge is formed and what are the composition of wastewater treatment plant. So tell me again, let's quickly revise what did we study today. What is wastewater, right? Definition of wastewater, constituent things in the wastewater. Then we also learned about sources of wastewater, right? What are all the sources of water? Agricultural sources, domestic sources of water. Then we also read the definition of sewage. Then we learned about sewer and sewerage, right? Okay, students, so we'll continue later. Thank you.